Hello my senior friends, how is life? After this critical theory that we have been discussing, lyrical balance, T.S. Eliot's tradition and the individual talents, and now we have Ars Poetica. Ars Poetica by the famous will be a very small word to express that name, isn't it? A small adjective for that, I think. That is Quintus Horatius Flaccus. That is his full name. What we say, Horatius Flaccus, the Roman critic. So this is his full name, but for short we say Horace, and it is pronounced Horace. Some people pronounce it as Horace. Horace. Yes. He is a new star in the horizon of literary theory, isn't it? In the classical world, yes. Horace. Yes, Horace. Now, Quintus Horatius Flaccus, and that is the full name of that great critic who wrote this Ars Poetica, or the Latin name is De Arte Poetica. De means about. De Arte Poetica, about the art of poetry. That is the title meaning. About the art of poetry. About the art of poetry. This is the title. Written sometime 15th BCE. 15 BCE. BCE means, these days we don't say BC, but we say BC means before Christ. So we say before Common Era. ERA. Before Common Era. That is 15 BCE. He wrote this. That is, we say now, maybe around 15th century. And then we got another, there is another Latin word for circa. C-I-R-C-A, circa. Circa means somewhere near the circle, the circa. So somewhere that period. Not exactly, because nobody knows at what time and which day or which month this was written. So this is circa. That means somewhat nearby. Understand? So that's about the title and the author. The author was a poet. He wrote lyrics, he wrote satires, and he also wrote odes, Horatian odes, very famous now. Satires, then lyrics, and odes. And also after this is this critical piece. So it's a poet critic in the tradition of poet critics. Aristotle was not a poet, but he wrote poetics. So that is his critical theory, classical. Critical theories of the classical world you can see in these two authors, Aristotle's Poetics and this Horace, that is his Ars Poetica, the art of poetry, that's the title. So between them, they have earned the name of founders of literary theory in the classical world, both of them. Together, they have earned that name. That is, founders of literary theory in the classical world. Understand? Yes. Anything about classical literary theory, we always think of these two great men. Now, those days, poets like Dante and so on, they considered Horace as a lawgiver. So what they should do, what they should not do, what is the subject that they should choose, what is the style that they should follow, and all those. Everything. So that is the point. It is written in verse. Don't think it is an essay, like Pope's essay on criticism. Alexander Pope, not the Alexander Pope's essay on criticism. This is written in verse. And verse, the heroic verse. That is the lines written used for what you call the technical name is dactyl. Dactylic hexameter. Hexameter. Hexa means 6. Meter means measure. M-E-A-S-U-R, measure. Or you can say foot. 6 feet. Measure of foot. This is a foot. Dactyl. Dactyl means finger. That is also, both these are Greek words. No? Dactyl, finger. F-I-N-G-E-R. So the each foot like this. This is the shape of dactyl meter, foot. Each foot. That is 1 long and 2 short. Like that we have 6 feet. So something like this. You are marking like 1 long, 2 short, 1 long, 2 short, 1 long, short. I need not repeat now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the measure, or what you call meter. The feet, 6 feet. And how it looks like this. There is 1 stressed and 2 unstressed. That's why it is finger. The shape is like that, finger. Like this. So this is the stressed syllable, this one. This is both these are unstressed. Or long or short measure. Long or short. And this is the meter. This is the meter used for writing epic poems. Homer wrote his Iliad in this meter. Now, interesting thing about those days is that these poems, epics, used to be recited, read out rather than written. It comes after something. So, in reading now, there is a rhythm, and that rhythm is long to short. That is like this, na? So the meter will be like that. Looks very, what do you call it, a kind of, what rhythm you can say, that is jumping like, no? Jumping. Understand that? So this, it is written in verse. In this meter, this is the meter. That means you have got 6 feet, and each feet has one. The first one is short, and the other 2 they are. So first one is long or stressed, the other 2 they are short, and they have got what we say, finger like. No? See, for example, if you draw like this, no? So like this. So this is the stressed one, stressed, and this is the unstressed. See this one, you can see this. No? This is this. Okay, that is dactyl just. Now why did he write in verse? You remember when we were discussing lyrical ballads by Wordsworth. Wordsworth, after saying that I am writing in common language, real man's language, and all those things. He says, why I write in verse? He says, first thing is that verse has got mnemonic properties, means remembering. It's easy to remember. And secondly, it gives pleasure, isn't it? It's charming. So most probably that is the reason why Horace wrote his essay, this critical piece, in verse. Understand? Mnemonic means memory. Easily you can memorize. Like the lines of poems, easily you can memorize rather than prose. You will all be remembering, no? Head melodies are sweet, but those are not sweet. It's very simple to remember. That is the thing. Okay. So then we come to this is letter addressed to his friends. He had family friends. They are called Pisos. Piso family. They are family friends. Especially you have got your family friends, the Piso family. And the Piso family, father and 2 sons. Because from this essay you can see he mentions this two sons, father and two sons. Other members we don't know. So Piso. So the letter is called Epistula ad Pisones. Epistula ad Pisones. This is written in the form of a letter. Epistula means letter, Epistle of Saint Paul, There is epistolary novels in English. You remember Joseph Andrews? Epistolary novels. Means you find letters in them. Letters exchanged by the characters. Epistolary novel. That ad means to, and Pisones means to the Pisos. To the Pisos. Means members of the Piso family. Therefore, although he is dealing with the aesthetics, there is poetics. This is a Roman poetics. The other is Greek poetics. Aristotle says Greek poetics, and this is Roman poetics. Roman poetics, you can see. Latin, written in Latin. Now, that is therefore this conversational style is very simple. Intimacy, there is some intimacy. You will see that as you go through the text, you will find that he addresses them, dear sir, see. Then he says, he is very friendly manner, he is treating them. So that means in a conversational style, intimate style, what we must say is that in a conversational tone, there's nothing so serious about it. Sometimes he says that we cannot but laugh when you look at certain products of art. That's what he says. So it becomes very simple and it's very nice to read it. If you can get the text, translated text. The original text is Latin. Read the translation, you must read it. There's only 474 lines. 474 lines. Remember, D.S. Eliot's the wasteland is only 434 lines. Of course, this is longer lines, 474 lines. Within 474 lines, Horace is telling us about, or you can say, detailing, you can say about 14 different aspects of arts poetry, means the craft of writing poetry. Poetry means drama also, because towards the end of that he speaks about the drama. Understand that? Now what I propose to do is, I hope you got an idea about this now. Aristotle, then Horace, the meter in which it is written, that is epic, that is used for epic, Homer and so on. And he is considered to be lawgiver. Sometime in 15 BCE, he himself was a poet, he's a practicing poet. So after that, probably towards the end of his craft, he might have done this. He was a great friend of Octavius Caesar. So he lived in the glorious age of the Augustus Caesar. So Augustus Caesar. Augustan age, you can say. Augustan age, yes. Also he was from the Maecenas. So it is through Maecenas he reached the Emperor Augustus. So I think you got an idea about this, no? Yeah. So it all deals with almost every aspect, no? And it has got 474 lines. Why I am stressing this, and it is written in words as lawgiver. And why am I stressing this, that 474 lines? Because I am urging you to read the original text rather than the summary, and it was very beautiful. See the first section today we will see, and then afterwards we will take section by section, and then you will know that it is very simple. So the first point is after introduction. We are entering the first point, and that is keep to nature's original. That is the thing. So like a law, keep to nature's original. That's what he says. Means mimesis. So your nature, you imitate nature. Aristotle also said like that. But he also says, you not just mimetic content alone, but you can also invent. Invencio. You can also invent. Means you can use your powers of imagination. So that is the point of difference from Aristotle, you can say. Aristotle sticks to mimesis. That is there's a copy, art is a copy of what you find outside. That's what he said. But in this case, he says you can also invent. You can use your power of imagination. Daring, he says. I am a daring person, so I allow that freedom to other writers also, he says. So keep to nature's original. But at the same time, there is a warning: don't distort. Don't distort nature. Don't distort nature. Don't distort and make it clumsy. See, he gives many examples, one after another. The remaining is only examples. Says, suppose you fix a human head on a horse's neck. How will it look? Horrible. Human head on a horse's neck. Or suppose you couple a bird with a snake. That is it. So you can't even ask you like, your invention cannot go wild, so to say, and make it dirty and rubbish and looking clumsy. Understand that? So don't disturb nature, he says. And then I say, suppose a lamb's head, you fix it on a tiger's body. How terrible it is. So this is the point. And he is explaining things like a very friendly man. Just as we sit in a drawing room and discuss things, he is in his letter, in his epistula, that is letter to his friends, that is Piso, father and two sons, he says. So we should not do like that. Actually it is not for them, but it is for all of us. Or all the poets, all those who are trying to become poets. So one is, he said that human head on it. But and very interesting to note that in India we have got a figure, Narasimha. Human head on a lion's body. Isn't it? Also you can see there is another very interesting thing, that is one of the zodiac signs, you see, Sagittarius, you are seeing, part animal and part human. So I don't know whether Horace will approve of this or not, but there are such things in this world and in the imagination of the people. Okay, so we say, see the human head on a horse's neck, then says that a bird and a snake, a lamb and a tiger. So these things are very obnoxious, he says. So writers should not do such kind of things. And he says, see, suppose ut pictura poesis, he says. That is another point. Ut pictura. Pictura poesis. That means, as is painting, so is poetry. So the meaning is, as is painting, so is poetry. That is, painting and poetry he clubs together. So, it's both are the same. One you are painting with words, the other is you are painting with the brush and the paint. Isn't it? And then he gives 3 examples, he says. Suppose you know how to draw a cypress tree. And to that person, suppose he draws a sailor jumping from a ship that is being wrecked or shipwrecked into the sea and also in a disappointed mood. How will it look? So that another example he says is that suppose a person knows how to draw a picture. Picture means, a small vessel-like thing. Suppose he is drawing a wine jar, how will it look? That will look very strange, isn't it? And so too, suppose you can work with the bronze, and suppose he is given the task to work with the wavy hair, smooth things like that, it won't work. like this, he says. All those things only, the product will be clumsy. The product will be incongruous. So like that, if you do such things like clubbing this snake's head, snake with the bird, and tiger with the lamb, and horse with a human being, it will be not keeping to nature's original. It is not, you cannot call that invention. That is what we can say, a kind of distorted view of a thing. Understand? And then he says, if you suppose you paint a wild boar amid waves, how terrible it will be. So also a dolphin among the forest, in the forest among trees, that will be very strange. So such things should not be done by poets. That is what the first precept against. He is considered as the lawgiver, and the first law is this: you should not do such things. Understand? Then the second point, I hope you are following me. The second point that he reveals is about choosing subject matter. Subject matter, second. First is, don't distort nature's original. Don't distort, no? Keep to nature's original. We have seen some pictures like this now. That is, like painters paint terrible things. See? So also, poets should not write terrible things. That's the thing. It should be, what it means, it should give you pleasure. So the two what we say approach to poetry according to me is dulce et docere. That's what he said. Dulce et docere. Docere means teach. Teach. You have got the English word doctrine. Doctor and so on. Dulce means delicious. Delicious means sweet. Means beautiful. Means charming. Isn't it? Charming. So, a work of art should give pleasure. When you look at something charming, it gives you pleasure. Like that, teach also. It should teach as well as it should give pleasure. So, if you do like this, suppose you are uniting, or you are keeping a human head on a horse's body, then it will neither please you nor it will teach you anything. Understand? Docere means to teach. Yes, that's the thing. So second point is choosing the subject. Choosing the subject. So one should choose the subject which he can manage. That's the thing. Manageable subject should be chosen. See, and then he says, if you see the sense that a person who can write comedy, he has got the talent for comedy. Suppose he attempts tragedy, that will be a failure, isn't it? Imagine Milton writing a satire. That won't go together. Or you can see, imagine Shakespeare writing an epic poetry. So the subject, one should choose subjects according to his power, within his power. Otherwise what will happen? You will produce something that is of no use. Neither dulce nor docere. That is neither teaching nor giving you any pleasure. Understand that? And he says, once you choose the subject that you can manage, what will happen? Other things will follow. That means excellence will follow, eloquence will follow, and then charming, it will be charming, it will be beautiful, it will be sweet, it will be delicious, it will give pleasure to others, and also it will teach people. Understand? So the most important thing about is choose manageable subjects. And then all the other things will follow. Eloquence will follow. Eloquence means, what does eloquence mean? Use of words. Use of words. The right word in the right place, that is eloquence. Eloquere, excellent speaking. Loquere in Latin, loquere, eloquence, no? Eloquence. So, a right word in the right place. That is diction or style. Style. Right word in the right place. See that? And therefore what will happen? But at the same time, he says that you can have, you can combine words. See that? You can make new words, coin new words. But when if you are coining new words, he says, you better have Greek origin. He has got some Greek origin, words of Greek origin. As for example, Milton. What has Milton done? He has done pan, Greek word, and daemon. Daemon means devil. So Satan. So PANdemonium, PANdemonium. Look at that. So Greek origin. He prefers, can have new words. That's better you, Greek found, that's what he said. The words used in the poem is Greek found. You coin new words, but in accordance with the Greek style, that's what he says. See? Or you can combine juxtaposition. You can juxtapose words, strange words, like the metaphysicals. But you remember Dr. Johnson said, the most heterogeneous ideas are yoked by violence together. That is the criticism, very famous now. Yeah. So, but he is for that. But he says that Horace says that you can combine words like this, strange words for producing new effect, fresh effect. Another thing he says about this choosing of words is that you can coin according to the situation. The situation should satisfy you. For example, Shakespeare says, multitudinous is incarnadine, or yet too brutally, the most unkindest cut of all. So such things you can coin, he says. Or you can use old words in a new sense. The Bible translators, for example, they revived many old words like raiment, because clothing means clothing. Another word is the damsel, which is an obsolete word, but they revived it. Or expressions like the rain is over and gone, the voice of the turtle. So these are good expressions used by Bible translators. So you can invent, you can new words you can use, you can old words you can use. And then he says the poet should enrich the language by doing this. So for example, you can say Shakespeare, Otto Esperson, in the head of Otto Esperson, his book on history of English language, he says that Shakespeare himself contributed about 29,000 new words to English language. So you should enrich. T.S. Eliot also said the same thing. A poet should enrich his language. Understand that? Now look at the Chaucer. If you take Chaucer laid the foundations of English language by choosing the London tongue. In Chaucer's time, you remember there were really dialects like East Midland, West Midland, Midland dialects. But he boldly chose one and used it in his contemporary days, and that became the national language of England. So poets should do that. Poets should make contributions to the language in which he is writing. And that's what he says. Understand? So you have got any number of instances like this. What he says about is, once you choose the right subject, then the right words will come to you. And you can use that. Your diction will be perfect. Selection will be perfect. And you can invent new words. You can juxtapose new terms together, like the metaphysicals. You can coin new words. You can use old words in a new sense. You can enrich the language. See, these things will be very what is called great contributions considered by the poets. I hope you understand this. So that is, when the subject is chosen, manageable subject is chosen, then all the other things will come to you automatically, he says. So these are the two main points that we are dealing today. First I gave you the introduction about the epistle. Then this is the second one, keep to nature's original. There should not be any distortion, and you should choose subjects that is manageable, that can be managed by you. Then he says about the old words and new words, there is a comparison. He says, look at the trees. in the forest, they shed their leaves, isn't it? Like that, language also. When certain words are useless or they think that obsolete, language will just drop them. And then new words will come. And new words, he compares them to infants. They will grow and develop and enrich the language. So that is another point about use of words. So new words, this is whatever you do, your mortal work, these things will one day die. He says about three things. One, suppose Neptune guards all the ships. See that? As though there won't be any, so that there won't be any problem for the sailors and the ships. Neptune is the god of the seas. Suppose Neptune. Or you find a barren marsh. You cultivate that marsh and it produces enough food and you can feed the nearby cities. Or, for the third point is, suppose there is a river that was doing harm to the farmers and it changes its course itself to save the farmers. Whatever happens. This is what I said, you should read the text. Beautiful, no? Beautiful comparisons. Neptune can guard all the ships. Barren land can produce food. And a river can change its course. But even then, everything will come to dust. No. Like that, words will come to dust. That is what he says. But in between, he speaks about mortal works. So that means, whatever wonderful thing that you do, that will all disappear after some time. Here, of course, immediate context is about words. You got that point, yes. So, words like leaves of the trees in the forest. The trees shed the leaves. So, language also shed old words. So, it is the duty of the poet to coin new words, to find new words, to use new words, to use words and enrich the language. So, that is a very important point, which later critics like J.S. also affirms. Understand? So, 3 points we have seen today. First, the introduction. Secondly, I said about nature's, nature's original it should be. We have got given examples like a human head and horse, and a snake and bird, lamb and tiger. Then that is pictures drawn by people. No? Those who cannot draw a wine jar, if they draw it, it will become a picture. P-I-T-C-H-E-R. You may be thinking it is picture, not it is because the pronunciation may not be clear to you. Picture. Of course, it's my mistake. Yes. So like that. And then it's about the subject. The subject matter should be such that you should be able to manage it. So that, say, suppose, and imagine, yes, that is the main point. That's it. As I have already told you, suppose Shakespeare would be writing satire. See, there may be points of satire you will find in his place, but as such, if he attempts such a thing, or Wordsworth writing what we must say a tragedy, will it be, how would it look like? Or who would read it, isn't it? So that some people may read it, but as far as we know about, whatever we know about Wordsworth is a lyric poet. So writing about nature, his subject is nature. So he has chosen the manageable subjects one should choose. That's what he says. Okay? Is that clear to you? Introduction, then give original, keeping the natures and mimesis. But you can also invent. That's a difference from Aristotle. And then finally, for today, we have come to the point that subject matter and then the words used, the diction, what a poet can do to his language, etc. I hope it is clear to you. Bye. Till we meet next time. Bye. Have a nice time. Enjoy your life. Take it easy.